2021, a new year. The feeling of possibility hangs in the air. Is this the year to make a home in Seattle?
That's hot. Okay, it might be a new year, but the real estate story here in Seattle is much of the same.
Hi friends, Alex Kais here, and welcome to my home in Seattle. Mortgage rates are still low and the market is still hot, and my New Year's resolution is to increase the scope of my statistics. As I've been watching data this year, I've noticed how vastly different it is depending on which neighborhood you're in. And the old adage of location, location, location is still accurate, but it's becoming so much more true in Seattle. Townhouses in Ballard look so much different than condos in Capitol Hill, which look so much different than single-family homes in Rainier Beach. Add in that a lot of people are looking towards the suburbs these days, and it's becoming much more difficult to generalize about Seattle real estate market. But I'm gonna try. So in that spirit, I'm widening my radius to include Linwood, Bothell, the East Side, Renton, because there's a cool independent theater in Shoreline, small wineries in Woodinville that you should try, roller derby in White Center. Seattle's getting bigger. Really, I just want to expand my data collection from Seattle proper to the greater Seattle area. Here's a graph charting number of sales versus number of listings over the last 2 years. Over here is the end of 2018, over here's the end of 2020, right in the middle is the end of 2019. We're seeing an increase of 12% in number of listings compared to this time last year, here compared to here. But just as there's more inventory available, buyer demand has risen to match it. You can see that this gap is much narrower than it was last year. Mortgage rates have a lot to do with this. They're sitting under 3% still, and we're seeing under 1 month of inventory these days. That makes it pretty tough for a buyer out there. Then again, that's kind of par for course in Seattle. Over the past 5 years, we've never had more than 3 months of inventory available. It's worth checking in on the condo market because that's one segment of the real estate market that's slowed down pretty significantly because of COVID. The number of condo listings peaked in September and have been slowly decreasing since then, but demand has remained fairly steady. As I've said over the past few months, it might be a really good time to buy a condo, especially with vaccines starting to be distributed and the possibility of city life returning to normal. If you're shopping for a condo, you have plenty of options. You're also likely to get a condo for a little less than the price it's listed for. Condos in Seattle are generally selling for 99.4% of list price. Not so for single-family homes though. Single-family homes are selling for around 101.6% of list price. This is down a bit from the hot months of late summer and early fall, but it still means that for a house listed for $600,000, you can expect to pay around $610,000. Overall, there's just quite a bit more action than we normally see in the winter months. Condos are still at a little bit of a discount, and money's still really cheap. Okay, lots of numbers here, but the median home price went up by $93,000 to $734,000 during 22. That's about a 14% increase. For context, you can see some of the other increases and decreases here. On average, over the past 7 years, we've seen about a 9.5% increase in home prices. So here's to another wild year. Send me a message if you're thinking about making a home in Seattle. And see you next time.